Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world. To Global TV AM News, live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Fawziya Lukman. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has departed Abuja for Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, to attend the COP28 Climate Summit, also known as the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference, or Conference of the Parties of the UNFCCC. Recall that the Presidential Special Aide on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngilali, had hinted on Tuesday that Tinubu would be traveling for the summit yesterday. Ngilali had in a statement said Tinubu, who will participate in the World Leaders Summit on December 1st and 2nd, 2023, will deliver a national statement highlighting Nigeria's stance on various thematic issues, including renewable energy and climate financing. According to him, the president's message would also focus on holding businesses and institutions accountable, reflecting Nigeria's dedication to sustainable and responsible practices. President Bola Tinubu similarly on Wednesday made his first budget presentation before a joint session of the National Assembly. Presenting the 2024 appropriation bill to the Parliament, President Tinubu unveiled the budget estimate of 27.50 trillion naira. He said the estimate is predicated on the crude oil benchmark price of $77.696 per barrel, daily oil production of 1.78 million barrels per day, and exchange rate of 750 naira to the US dollar for the 2024 fiscal year. Sandra Akwa has the details.
According to the president, the 27.50 trillion naira budget proposed expenditure reflects the serious challenges faced by Nigeria and contains key reforms necessary to address them. Giving a breakdown of the 2024 budget, the president said 9.92 trillion naira is for non-debt repayment, 8.25 trillion naira for debt service. Capital expenditure stands at 8.7 trillion naira, while the budget deficit is projected at 9.18 trillion naira. The president said the 2024 budget deficit will be financed mainly by new borrowing.
We have adopted a conservative oil price benchmark of $77.96 US per barrel and daily oil production estimate of 1.78 million barrels per day. We have also adopted a naira to US dollar exchange rate of 7.50 per US dollar for 2024.
Tinubu said the 2024 budget of renewed hope was designed to address critical issues to grow the country's economy and end its security woes during the next fiscal year.
The 2024 appropriation has been themed Budget of Renewed Hope. The proposed budget seeks to achieve job-rich economic growth, macroeconomic stability, a better investment environment, enhanced human capital development, as well as poverty reduction and greater access to social security.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, in his opening speech commended President Tinubu's administration's development plans for the country, saying that Nigeria never had such audacious plans since the days of the nation's founding fathers.
We need to acknowledge the specific achievements of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration so far. Those who doubted him initially forgot his track record as the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to the year 2007. And Lagos, of course, is Nigeria's melting pot. Nigerians strongly believe that with the debt profile of the day today, that we are a demand for the job to fix our economy.
In view of this and the related challenge of high level of public debt, the National Assembly will ensure that the 2024 budget includes concrete strategies for sustainable debt management, including measures to increase revenue and control expenditure.
Sandra Akbar, reporting for Global TV News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday says his administration is targeting a 3.76% economic growth in the 2024 fiscal year. This was as he spotlighted national security, local job creation and poverty reduction as the top priorities of the 2024 appropriation bill, which he called the budget of the renewed hope. Addressing the NAS, Tinubu promises to overhaul the nation's internal security architecture to enhance law enforcement capabilities to safeguard lives, properties, and investment nationwide. He said the proposed budget prioritizes human capital development with particularly attention given to children because human capital remains the most critical resource for national development. The House of Representatives will suspend plenary for 2 weeks to allow for defense of the 2024 budget by ministries, agencies, and departments of the government. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Rep. Tajuddin Abbas, announced that the Green Chamber will sit today and tomorrow to debate the 2024 budget due to the urgency of the task. The decision was arrived at plenary on Wednesday following the presentation of the 2024 budget by the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On a very sad note, hooded gunmen on Wednesday killed the Director of Finance to the Ogun State Governor's Office, Taiwo Oyekemi. The accountant was relayed and shot dead on the popular Kuto Bridge in Abeokuta, less than 3 kilometers from a bank where he had withdrawn a large sum of money for government use. The unknown amount was also taken away by the gunmen. Sources from the government office says that Oyekemi was gruesomely killed a few days after he celebrated his birthday. The sources further revealed that Oyekemi was rushed to the state hospital in Ijayi area of Abeokuta, where he breathed his last breath. The news of his demise has been broken to his family and the secretary to the state government, SSG, Tukumbo Talabi, who pleaded condolences to the family. The Joint Administration and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has announced the date for the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Exam, UTME, registration and examination. The board, in a statement issued on Wednesday by its public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, said sale of form will commence from January 15th to February 26, 2020 on Tuesday, according to a statement signed by his special advisor, Kehinde Bamigbeten. Alake, addressing global stakeholders in the mining industry, pitched for more investment in Nigeria, listing unique advantages such as lower production costs due to surface mining and billions of dollars in untapped minerals. Alake said the current administration has embarked on reforms to boost investment by streamlining procedures and reducing hurdles to attract foreign investors. He also quoted recent reports that mining's contribution to Nigeria's GDP rose from 0.3% to 0.85% last year, indicating 0.63% year-on-year growth. Alake further urged investors to support the socio-economic development of the communities where they mine, to make mining mutually beneficial. Minister of Education Tahir Mamman has called for judicious use of $1.2 billion World Bank loan to tackle adolescent girls' education in Nigeria. Mamman stated this in Abuja on Tuesday while inaugurating the National Steering Committee of the Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Agile Project. The Agile National Project Coordinator Amina Haruna said the focus was to improve secondary education among girls in targeted areas in participating states. Haruna listed the 18 participating states as Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Ekiti, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara State. She said over 2.4 million girls benefited from the program across 7 states. Also, Shubham Chaudhary, the World Bank Currency Director for Nigeria, disclosed that while $500 million was initially approved by the bank, another approval of $700 million have brought the facility to $1.2 billion. The Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Olukunle Oluemo, has appealed to tertiary institutions owned by the Ogun State government to reduce fees payable by students. The students of the Tai Solarin University of Education, Ijagun, and those from Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, recently took to the street to protest the hike in fees by the learning institution. During the plenary on Wednesday, the minority leader and lawmaker representing the Odugbolugu State constituency, Lukman Adeleye called the Assembly's attention to the sudden rise in fees and the protests that greeted the development. Reacting, Olumo acknowledged the adverse effect of the economic challenges being faced by parents currently, adding that though the institution might have compelling need to increase their fees to meet their pressing needs, given the high rate of inflation, the fees should be affordable. You are watching Global TV AM News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. On the AM News returns, U.S. military aircraft with 8 crew crashes off Japan. The news continues shortly with details of these and other stories right after this short break. Please don't go away. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of the AM News from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On a foreign scene, a U.S. Osprey military aircraft with 8 crew on board crashed Wednesday off the coast of Japan. The island of Yokoshima lies south of Japan's southmost main island, Kyushu, report has it. That Osprey departed from the Ikuwi U.S. base in the Yamaguchi region, headed for the Kadena base in Okinawa. The tilted rotor Osprey aircraft has a troubled history with a string of fatal crashes over the years. And in business, President Bola Tinubu has disclosed that the federal government made 8.65 trillion naira revenue between January and September of 2023. He disclosed this while presenting a budget of 27.5 trillion naira for the 2024 to the National Assembly for approval. From a budget of 27.5 trillion naira for 2024, the federal government plans to generate 18.32 trillion naira as revenue for 2024, leaving a deficit of 9.18 trillion naira in 2024, or 3.88% of gross domestic product GDP. Presenting the budget tagged Budget of the Renewed Hope, the president said that its main focus was on national defense, internal security, local job creation, and microeconomic stability. He noted that the budget is made up of 9.92 trillion naira non-debt recurrent expenditure and 8.7 trillion naira capital expenditure, while 8.25 trillion naira was for debt services. The governor of Bayelsa State, Doye Dori, on Wednesday presented the 2024 appropriation bill for 480,193 billion naira Christian budget of sustainable and shared prosperity to the House of Assembly for consideration. The 2024 fiscal year's estimates are 41,722 billion naira, higher than the approved 2023 budget of 439,271 billion, currently under implementation by the state government. Further stating that a general analysis of the budget performance as of September 2023 showed that his administration had achieved an overall performance of 73%, where both the recurrent and capital expenditures got due attention. The Nigerian Supreme Court ruled on Wednesday that the old Naira note would remain legal tender of the country till further notice. In addition, the federal government also filed for an extension of the old Naira note on November 21, 2023. Meanwhile, the federal government explained that if the Supreme Court rejects its plea to extend the circulation duration of old notes, the nation could face a renewed threat of national, economic, and financial crisis. In its ruling yesterday, the highest court ruled in Abuja that notes will remain legal tender and be accepted for transaction until further notice. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adilaban, says the short-term focus on the federal government is the power sector is to prioritize metering, electricity distribution, and transmission to enhance power supply nationwide. He disclosed this during the third roundtable on enforcement and technical standard, regulation, and mandate of the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency. According to a statement from the Power Ministry, Adilabu highlighted the upcoming power sector strategy roadmap, emphasizing on bottom-up approach to prioritize impact over the previous top-down strategies. And in sport, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has confirmed the city of Marrakech, Morocco, as the venue for the CAF Awards 2023, scheduled for December 11th. According to a statement by the CAF website on Wednesday, the awards will celebrate the continent's top achievers in what is expected to be a spectacular affair. It said the awards recognize exceptional performance in both club and national competitions, culminating in the prestigious titles of the CAF African Player of the Year in both men's and women's category. That's it on Global TV AM News. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG. Another handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fawzia Lukman, thanking you so very much for watching.